Hello, everyone. Oh, sorry. Got that. That's me. Okay. Welcome to Truth Tuesday, which is really kind of on Wednesday. Because I got up in the middle of the night because I was being bugged by people that told me that um, Russia is invading Poland. Um, but I'll tell you what I think about that. Along with some other stuff, some things I think are odd and interesting and need to be looked at when it comes to crypto in general. It's just me today on True Tuesday. That's why I wasn't on Tuesday on the usual times because at least had some stuff to deal with um, involving Nana. So if you keep Nana in your thoughts and prayers, she's a big member of our community, and like when Lisa and everything, dragon chain everywhere. She's always there. Super fantastic lady. One of a kind. Um, all right, we have a sponsor for today's video, so I'll get that done real quick. It's Digifinex. I did a review on that, which I need to put a link to a review in the. It'll be in there when I'm done in the description. But Digifinex exchange. Hold on, here we go. Get this done just real quick. I wanted to thank Digifinex for sponsoring today's video. If you're looking for a good exchange, an overall good exchange for everything, I recommend Digifinex. I have partnered with them. You can use my link below to help me out, help the channel out. There's also a link to a review I did on Digifinex. It is, like I said, a great overall exchange for kind of everything you need, one-stop shop. If you want to buy into crypto, it's a great on-ramp where you can use credit card or peer-to-peer. As far as trading goes, they have top-tier spot trading. They also have a lot of tokens that are kind of hard to find. They have listed on Digifinex. Their margin trading is better than most all I've seen because they have regular margin trading where you trade, you make money, you get USDT. But they also have margined trading, which is when you make money. If you do a long, don't do it for a short. But if you do it for a long and you make money in that coin that you went long on. So if you went long with one Bitcoin and you made 10%, normally you would get 10%. You made 10%. But with margin trading, you get that money paid in Bitcoin. So you get 10% more Bitcoin. So you have that 10%, but then the Bitcoin also went up 10%. So it's worth 10% more. Kind of cool. Not a lot of exchanges still do that. They have DeFi aspects with earning money on your crypto. If you can stake it or put it up. And they even have a debit card, which is a really, really cool debit card. It's a virtual card. You can connect it to your Apple Pay, Google Pay, even your PayPal. Once again, check out Digifinex. Links are below. Really good exchange. Definitely recommend them. You guys take care. Let's get back to the video. And we're back to the video. So a few things I wanted to go over. One, I don't think Russia invaded Poland. Whether it was an accident or not, whether it was real. I mean, when it comes to Ukraine, when it comes to Poland, their president already admitted that he knew that Ukraine is the one that sent the missile over, and that he didn't say that, and that he let the story go that it was Russia in the beginning of the war. So all governments lie. Whether it was the U.S., I don't trust anybody. But there was I think 5, and I also talked to Lee and other people in Europe to find out what the story is there versus what the story is here. It's different. It's different. It's more real. Like we know what things are like in California, New York, Florida, Texas. We know it's different, and it's the same with Europe. Europe is like the United States. That's kind of what the United States is supposed to be like. It's supposed to be like 50 different countries together, not one under one rule. So I guess the EU took off our example and what they're trying to do. Anyway, there were big drones. They were the missile drones, but whether they just went off course or were just swinging around, then they got seen and shot at. because sometimes they go into Poland to get away from the air defense in Ukraine and then come at that city there um, from a different vantage point. And then Poland was ready and just shot them down. I don't know, but the thing that I think is interesting is from what I've heard from like Legion people that it's saber rattling. I knew that. I said this is big time saber rattling. But the people who are kind of calling for war and pushing for war the most are the Netherlands, which is odd to me anyway, and Italy. And the first to respond like right away with weirdly fast air defense. One of them sent like an intelligence gathering plane. What's it called? Like a radar plane kind of thing with Italy and the Netherlands, the Royal Netherlands Air Force, whatever they're called, Holland people. I love the Netherlands. It's one of my favorite countries. It's like great to go live, stay there and hang out. I always loved going there as a kid, but they seem to be like really pushing for an escalation of the war. Same with Italy. And they were the first on the scene there. They're the first. They're ready to fight. So I think that's interesting. I don't think that that's as big of a deal as what happened in the Middle East, but I guess I can hit that. We'll go into that. I know there's not a lot of people coming in. We got a lot of people watching, but that's because we're not usually on this weird time. So there's people probably from other places. But in the U.S., everyone's probably asleep. It's anyway, I got up early, so I thought I'll just get this done. So let's hit the news on that. That's the wrong thing. So I'll find it. Give me a second. Here we go. Okay. All right. Israel attacks Qatar, whichever you call it. So the strike questioned at home and condemned abroad as Trump is not thrilled. So thank goodness, thank God, thank everything that they kept him out of the loop. So we're not involved. This doesn't hurt us. Except that we keep supporting them in whatever the hell they do, even if it's illegal, crazy, or whatever. Yes, I think Israel has the right to defend itself. Yes, you have to support our allies, but no, when they're like blatantly wrong, you got to say, hey, that's blatantly wrong. People do it to us, so it should be done. This pissed off our allies, and everyone says, and me and Lisa always say on the show, why? I always ask why. One of the biggest things everyone says, Israel's our greatest ally. Okay, why? Nobody says why. And anything that time they do say anything, it's like intelligence in the Middle East. In the Middle East, dude, Saudi Arabia has been kind of our best ally. They're not the greatest politically or whatever, but they are always there and giving us money and backing us, and our troops stay there. And it's when you look at like concrete to concrete, I don't know. I think they're outdoing Israel. How many bases we got in Israel? How many places do we have that we're in control of in Israel versus in Saudi, even Iraq, for God's sake? Anyway, this has pissed them off. This is pissed off Saudi. This is pissed off Dubai. This is pissed off Qatar. This is huge. Everyone's mad. They think it's taking it too far. But they've just been, but it they're going to do what they're going to do until someone stops them from doing it. And as long as we're stopping anyone from stopping them from doing it, it's probably going to keep on happening. This, I think, is a much bigger deal than what's going on in Ukraine. I think we're just being played, or it's all part of the game. There's a thing where Poland shoots down Russian drones in its airspace for the first time, accused Moscow of acts of aggression. Poland's also increasing its military to be like the number one in Europe, the hugest in Europe. They want to be the United States of Europe when it comes to the military. So they're going to ask their people to start spending money and paying for it. And so if you have a good boogeyman and you have problems like this, it's a good justification for taking people's money. just a theory, just a putting it out there. Putting it out there. What? Yeah, so this is something I wanted to go over, which it made me pause because this is a great conspiracy. This is an amazing conspiracy. Hey JB, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, I know it's early, isn't it? I've been up since in the middle of the night, and it's a long story, but yeah, I just wanted to get this out there, get it done. Today's family night, so I'm not gonna be doing anything for the rest of the day except cooking and hanging out. So one of the big Russian advisors came out and he said that that the United States, specifically the Trump administration, has a plan, and he has said certain things to utilize crypto, to go into crypto, to put a lot of the debt into crypto. And he did say, let me shut down Telegram because Zach is sending a million things to Telegram instead of watching my show, making everything ding. So there we go. Okay, Zach, don't see you in the chat, but you're sending stuff on Telegram. Anyway, let me see. Let me go to the article and see if I can find out what Trump's quote was. Here we go. So the debt is of 35 trillion. It's even more, but so this was something that he said last year during the election campaign. Trump floated the possibility of using Bitcoin to pay off the U.S. $35 trillion debt pile, telling Fox Business that maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion, hand them a little crypto check, right? That's kind of funny, kind of a joke, but when you're looking at stuff now, it's a little bit scary. So the theory is they get the central bank digital currencies, everything is put into crypto, but before that, so there's a bill passed for the U.S. to acquire 1,000 Bitcoin. Okay. No, there's a million Bitcoin over the next few years, but here, so they won't, interfere with the market and blah, blah, blah. They have to hold it for 20 years, the bill said. So that takes a lot of the sting out. However, there's a stipulation in the bill that it won't be used for war, won't be used for spending. They can't touch it 20 years, hodl on, unless it's to pay off debt. So if they can acquire that much Bitcoin, and if they can acquire that much Bitcoin OTC and other crypto, and if they do it OTC, it's not going to affect the market until they have it. Even if they don't say it, they've already said what crypto is going to make up these funds. It's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Crow from Crypto.com. Crypto.com is putting that shit out everywhere. They're telling everybody their coin is pumped. I think it's up like over 150%, something like that. ADA, Cardano, XRP, I think, if I didn't say that, obviously. But anyway, so everyone knows. So even if they don't do it, if they say we have the strategic reserve, then people know what coins are in there. It's going to skyrocket. They could literally push our $3 trillion, 10x. In crypto, is 10x insane? No. So if they have that much of control over that big of a sector of crypto, and we go from a 3.5 trillion to a 35 trillion market cap, a big percentage of that is the U.S. government. Then you owe debt to China. You owe debt to Lafayette, whatever. You can go to Lafayette if it's his legal tender and say, okay, Lafayette, here's $1 trillion in Bitcoin. We're clear. We're good. And you walk away. Now, everyone says like and the big point that the Russian guy was making was this is going to turn the world economy upside down and screw everybody and hurt people, and it's going to chaos, blah, blah, blah. So it won't happen. So most people think, oh, well, it wouldn't happen. But rewrite the rules of $37 US debt sparks wild crypto and gold reset theory as Bitcoin price source. Now, here's the thing that you have to understand. This is why people are stupid and why evil keeps getting away with stuff, because it just does the same thing. And people just accept it. That's why history repeats itself, because people are dumb. The U.S. has already done this 2 or 3 times. They took the currency off the gold standard. They manipulated gold prices. They've done this to the world financial system before. They don't care. It's always if it fixes it for us and it benefits us, then we don't care. And that's they've done it. So for them to not do it again, to clear out the worst debt in history when they've done it for less, I don't see why they wouldn't. Let me see. Is it? And there's also an article over on Cointelegraph. The Trump administration using stable coins and gold to devalue the $37 trillion outstanding debt. As in the 1930s and in the 70s, the U.S. plans to solve its financial problems at the world's expense, this time by pushing everyone into a crypto cloud. So, I mean, they're not wrong. We've done it before. There's no reason why we wouldn't do it again. I remember when the debt was $4 trillion when Clinton was running. And it's like, $4 trillion, oh my God, how are we going to do it? And then it went to 7. And people were like, oh, it's unbelievable. It's insurmountable, $7 trillion. And Rush Limbaugh said at the time, it's like, is it really that bad? Can't we just print $4 trillion, pay it off? Yeah, it hurt. We'd have inflation. It'd be bad. But, just be like ripping a Band-Aid off. We'd recover. And it would have been the best thing if we would have crashed the U.S. dollar, if we'd have screwed ourselves. This is right before all the foreign wars and everything. This was like, yeah, this is the end of Bush. We could have paid off our debt, could have started over. We could have pissed off everybody to where we would be walking, in lockstep and watching what we spent and do for at least a few years. If we got a decade out of it, oh my God, that'd have been amazing. No debt, and then fiscally responsible spending for a decade. Can you imagine if that happened in the 90s or 2000s? That would have been insane. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Leave me a comment. Like I said, I just wanted to get on and do a quick, since Lisa's not able to get anything to this week. I think hopefully she'll be on World Blockchain Roundtable tomorrow, day after tomorrow, Thursday, on World Blockchain Roundtable, and she usually streams it. I don't know if I will. Even when I get up early, I don't make it there in time to get that set up. But World Blockchain Roundtable, I should be on it. Hopefully, Lisa will be on that. Hosted by Dragon Chain. Check it out on her channel or mine. Hope you guys had a good week so far. I think that's all I want to. Unless there's anything you guys have comments you wanted to go over or something. Bitcoin. Oh, geez. I was just in a trade and I got out way too early. Now it's Bitcoin's on a run. It's up to 13.7. Okay. Whatever. Good. Good.
Bruh.
You guys, it was good hanging out with you. I will hopefully get a video out to late tonight or maybe, I don't know. Probably usually do it on a family night. Even if everybody leaves early. But I will got some stuff coming Thursday, And when I do a weekly wrap on Friday, maybe a crypto meme review too. So you guys take care. It was good hanging with you. What can I go out with? No. Lisa's not here. Where's the one she hates? Did I get rid of it? No, here we go.
And one of the most important films of the year.
Hey, you can't sit here. I'll sit wherever I goddamn like.